If you're over 50 and you've been told that walking is the best thing you can do for your health, let me pause you right there, because while walking is great, safe, and absolutely beneficial, there is one single exercise that specialists, physical therapists, and mobility coaches are now saying may actually be even better. Not just slightly better, significantly better. Better for your strength, better for your balance, better for your metabolism, and even better for slowing down aging in your legs. And the surprising part? Most people over 50 aren't doing it, even though it requires no equipment, no gym, and only a small amount of space. So if you're someone who wants to stay strong, avoid falls, keep your legs young, improve your posture, boost your heart health, and maintain true independence as you age, this might be the most important video you watch today. Before we begin, I want you to imagine something for a moment. Picture yourself 10 years from now, not older, not slower, not weaker, but stronger, more stable, and more capable than you are today. Imagine climbing stairs without feeling that burning in your thighs. Picture getting up from the floor easily. Imagine carrying groceries with confidence. Imagine walking faster, breathing easier, and doing the things you love without thinking twice. That future is absolutely possible, but it requires one big shift. You have to target the muscles that actually determine how you move, how you age, and how long you stay independent. And walking, while amazing, doesn't hit those muscles the way this exercise does. I'm going to tell you what that exercise is, why it's so effective, and exactly how to do it safely. But before we get into that, let's talk about the problem millions of people over 50 are facing right now without realizing it. Because there's something that happens quietly as we age. It starts in your late 40s, picks up speed in your 50s, and accelerates massively in your 60s and beyond. It's called muscle loss, or what specialists call sarcopenia. And the reason this matters so much is that muscle loss doesn't just make you weaker, it affects everything. Your energy levels drop. Your metabolism slows down. Your balance becomes unsteady. Your joints start aching. Everyday tasks become harder. Even your risk of falling increases dramatically. But here's the real problem. Most people think walking alone is enough to stop this. And I get it. Walking is simple, accessible, and doesn't cause pain. But walking does not challenge your muscles strongly enough to rebuild the strength you lose as you age. That's why so many people walk regularly but still lose strength, still lose balance, and still feel their legs getting tired faster. Specialists agree. If you want to maintain muscle after 50, you must incorporate some form of strength or resistance work. And that brings us to the one exercise that does exactly that, which is why so many experts now recommend it as the #1 movement to protect your legs and strengthen your entire lower body. So what is this exercise? It's something you've done thousands of times in your life. It's something completely natural. And it's something your body is designed to do. The exercise is the sit-to-stand, also often called the chair squat. Don't underestimate it just because it looks simple. The chair squat is one of the most powerful movements for anyone over 50 because it trains the exact muscles needed for independence. Your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your core, and even the stabilizing muscles around your hips and knees. And the best part? You already know how to do it. You've been doing it your whole life. Every time you get up from a chair, from a couch, or from the toilet, you're basically performing one rep. But here's the difference. When you perform it intentionally, with proper technique and the right number of reps, it becomes a full lower body workout that specialists say outperforms walking for building strength, improving balance, and maintaining mobility. Now, let me explain in simple terms why this exercise is so much more powerful. Walking is momentum-based. Once you're moving, your muscles are doing light work at a low intensity. But the sit-to-stand requires you to lift your entire body weight vertically against gravity. That means your muscles must activate deeply. Your glutes, the powerhouse muscles of your lower body, must fire hard. Your thighs must push strongly. Your hips must stabilize. Your core must brace. This is exactly the stimulus the body needs to prevent muscle loss and to rebuild lost strength. Walking can't provide that. In fact, physical therapists often use this exercise as one of the main ways to measure someone's functional age. Notice I didn't say chronological age. I said functional age. Because the ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands is one of the strongest predictors of long-term mobility and independence. If you can't do it well, it tells specialists that your legs are weakening. But if you can do it smoothly and repeatedly, it means your muscles, your joints, and your nervous system are strong and working together. And the good news? You can improve this ability at any age. Yes, even in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. So let's talk about how to do this exercise correctly. I want you to picture a sturdy chair behind you. Sit down with your feet shoulder-width apart. Keep your chest tall. Don't round your back. Now lean forward slightly, engage your core, press your feet into the floor, and stand up. Then sit back down slowly with control, not letting yourself collapse into the chair. That's 1 rep. This simple movement strengthens your entire lower body through its full range of motion, and that's why it's so effective. But technique matters. If you push off with your hands, you're not getting the full benefit. If your knees cave in, you're losing stability. If you rush through the reps, you're using momentum instead of strength. So slow, controlled reps are key. And if you're thinking, this seems too easy, trust me, the moment you start doing sets of 10, 15, or 20, you'll feel how hard your muscles have to work. And if you're thinking, this seems too hard, don't worry. I'll show you modifications in just a moment so everyone can do this safely, no matter their fitness level. But first, let's talk about what actually happens in your body when you do this exercise consistently for a few weeks. Most people start noticing changes around day 10 to day 14. Your legs feel more stable. Your knees feel stronger. Simple movements like getting out of the car or climbing stairs become easier. After 3 to 4 weeks, your posture improves because your hips become more aligned. Your balance gets noticeably better because your glutes, which are crucial for stability, become stronger. After 6 weeks, many people report that they feel younger. Not younger as in age, but younger as in capability. You start moving more freely. You feel more confident. Even your walks feel different. They feel easier, lighter, and faster. And the big change? You begin to feel in control of your body again. That's a major win for anyone over 50 because control equals independence. Now, I want to slow down for a moment and share something important. So many people accept weakness as a normal part of aging. They tell themselves, my legs are supposed to hurt, or I'm supposed to slow down, or this is just part of getting older. But specialists are now proving that this is simply not true. Weakness is not aging. Weakness is inactivity. And the moment you start challenging your muscles, even with simple movements like sit-to-stands, you wake them back up. You send your brain a signal, hey, we still need these muscles. Don't shut them down. And your body responds. It rebuilds. It strengthens. It adapts. You can absolutely regain strength at 50, 60, 70, even 80 and beyond. And now let's talk about how you can start incorporating this exercise into your daily life. You don't need to set aside 30 minutes. You don't even need a workout session. You can simply begin with a goal. Do 10 sit-to-stands a day. Just 10. You can do them in the morning, at lunchtime, or before bed. After 1 week, increase to 15 a day. After 2 weeks, aim for 20. And if you're someone who loves a challenge, test yourself by timing how many smooth reps you can do in 30 seconds. Physical therapists often use that test to measure progress, and it's one of the best indicators of leg health. But again, don't rush. Quality matters more than speed. Now let's talk modifications. If you struggle to stand up without using your hands, that's okay. Place a cushion on the chair to raise the height. The higher the seat, the easier the movement. As you get stronger, remove the cushion. If your knees hurt, focus on pushing through your heels, not the front of your feet. You can also widen your stance. This reduces pressure on your knees. If your balance is unsteady, place the chair by a wall or hold on lightly with one fingertip on a table for stability. And if you want to make it harder, here's a simple trick. Slow down. Count to 3 as you stand up, then count to 3 as you sit down. Slow reps build strength incredibly fast. Another option is to pause at the bottom for 1 second before standing. This removes momentum and forces your muscles to work. And for the strongest challenge, try the eccentric version. Sit down as slowly as possible, but stand up normally. This builds muscle 50% faster. Let's take a moment to talk about why this exercise is better than walking for certain goals. Walking is amazing for cardiovascular health, joint mobility, mood, and longevity. But walking doesn't train strength. And strength is what keeps you independent. Strength is what lets you pick things up. Strength is what lets you catch yourself if you trip. Strength is what lets you climb stairs. Strength is what lets you get off the floor. And the sit-to-stand builds strength in the exact muscles required for all of those movements. It's also incredibly safe. People often injure themselves with squats because they go too low, too heavy, or use bad form. But a chair gives you a consistent depth and a safe reference point. There's something else specialists love about this movement. It trains your nervous system. As we age, we don't just lose muscle. We lose neuromuscular control. Your mind-to-muscle connection weakens. Movements become less coordinated. Reactions slow down. But sit-to-stands force your brain and body to work together. You have to shift your weight correctly. You have to stabilize. You have to control the descent. That neurological training is one of the key reasons this exercise boosts balance so effectively. In fact, studies show that simply improving the speed of your sit-to-stand can reduce your risk of falls by nearly 30%. That's huge because falls are one of the biggest dangers for people over 50 and especially over 60. One good leg exercise can literally change your trajectory. Now let's talk about one more benefit that often surprises people. The sit-to-stand actually burns more calories per minute than walking. Because it uses more muscle. It's a compound movement, meaning several muscles work at the same time. And the more muscle you use, the more energy you burn. That also means it boosts your metabolism. Remember earlier when I said metabolism slows with age? This exercise is one of the simplest ways to speed it back up. Strong legs equal a strong metabolism. If you're still with me right now, it means you're serious about your health, and I want to acknowledge that. Making the decision to strengthen your body is one of the most powerful choices you can make for yourself. And the best part? You're just one simple exercise away from changing your entire future. So let me show you a simple 30-day structure you can follow. The goal is not to push too hard. The goal is progression. Start with 10 reps every day for the first 10 days. If you can only do 5 at first, that's okay. Just get them done. Days 11 to 20, increase to 15 reps. Days 21 to 30, increase to 20 reps. And if you're feeling strong after the first month, increase the difficulty, not by doing more reps, but by slowing the movement down. Slow, controlled reps are the secret to building strength safely. I also encourage you to pair this exercise with one tiny habit. Every time you stand up from a chair during the day, do one extra rep. That means stand up, sit back down, and stand again. One extra rep every time. If you get up 10 times a day, that's 10 extra reps without even thinking about it. Over 7 days, that's 70 extra reps. Over a month, 300 extra reps. Tiny habits create massive results. At this point, some of you may be thinking, if it's so simple, why doesn't everyone do it? The answer is simple. People underestimate it. They think they need a gym. They think they need equipment. They think exercise must be complicated to be effective. But that's wrong. Simple movements done consistently outperform complicated workouts done occasionally. Especially after 50, consistency matters more than intensity. And this exercise is so simple that you can do it anywhere. In your bedroom, in your living room, at work, even outdoors if you have a bench. Now before we wrap up, I want to speak directly to those of you who feel frustrated with your body. Maybe you feel slower than you used to. Maybe your knees hurt. Maybe you've lost strength. Maybe you're gaining weight. Maybe you feel like your best days are behind you. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not done. Your body is not done. You can rebuild strength at any age. You can improve mobility at any age. You can boost energy at any age. You can feel better than you have in years, and it starts with one small decision. To begin. To move. To challenge your body in simple, powerful ways. The sit-to-stand is the perfect starting point because it meets you where you are. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or advanced, if you're 50 or 80. You can modify it to your level. You can progress at your pace. and you can experience real results quickly. Imagine yourself 30 days from now. You sit down and stand up effortlessly. Your legs feel stronger. Your balance feels steadier. You walk with more confidence. The stairs feel easier. You feel younger, not in age, but in ability. That's the future waiting for you on the other side of this simple exercise. And all you have to do is start. If you found this video valuable, make sure you subscribe because I share simple, science-backed tips to help you stay strong, energetic, and independent after 50. And if you want me to create a full guided follow-along workout using this exercise and others that pair perfectly with it, just drop a comment below saying, "Do it," and I'll make it happen. Take care, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.